Abdullayev, defending for only the second time.
Assalomu alaykum, Turkilik kanali obunachalarim, musofirda yurgan do'stlarim, aka-ukalarim. Mana bugun sizlarga qiziqarli videolar tayyorladik. Videolarimizni sahardan bitta kanalimizga podpishka qilganda bitta like bosib qo'ying. Kanalga mehmon bo'lsangiz, pastda podpiska hamda qo'ng'iroq tugmasini bosishni unutmang. Bugun sizlarga havaskor boksda hamda professional boksda nomini qoldirgan o'zbek bokschimiz Muhammad Qodir Abdullayevning videorolikini tayyorladik. 2002-yil hamda 2003-yilda havaskor boksda oltin medallarni olgan Muhammad Qodir Abdullayev yaxshi natijalarni ko'rsatgan. Hozirda professional boksda olib borgan videoroligining bittasini tayyorladik sizlarga. Ko'ringlar, o'z fikrlaringizni kommentariyada yozib qoldiring. Sizlar bilan har doimgidek 4+ kanal bo'ldi do'stlarim. Ko'rganda ko'rishguncha xayr, salomat bo'ling.
Agarda kanalimizga yangi bo'lsangiz, podpisatsiya hamda like tugmasini bosib qo'yishni unutmang. Qo'ng'iroqcha tugmasi ham yodingizdan.
Potentially 12 rounds in front of us, but I have a feeling here, despite the simple fact that Qodir's never been stopped, that there might be a chance here that Abdullayev, who's a very useful little fighter, could possibly do it. It's only a very minor suspicion, incidentally, but we'll have to wait and see. Little left hook landed by Abdullayev to start things off. Well, there's a very wide right elbow there from Qodir, and that's not going to do him any good whatsoever here. Firing the jab, but you can see there's a lot of space underneath that right elbow, isn't there? And I'll tell you something, that left hook from Abdullayev will sink into the ribs sooner rather than later. Abdullayev, by the way, has been 10 rounds on one occasion, and so far Qodir has been 10 on 3 occasions. Don't think that's going to make a great deal of difference here, incidentally. Once again, the Abdullayev left hook gets through. But I can't forget the night, as I say, in Sydney, when he was mastered in almost every department by Miguel Cotto. Well, left hook to the body there from Abdullayev. Watch your head. Right. And that looks like a tattoo up the spine. In fact, I'd say it was. Oh, and again, that good body shot there. And I tell you what, Qodir didn't enjoy that one. Grimace there on the face of the Argentinian. Referee of this one, Joachim Jakobsen. Decent right over the top a moment ago from Qodir. But you can see here that Juan Qodir slightly tucked that right arm in to try and protect his body, but he won't do it for, you know, all the time, and there will come a point, I'm sure, Abdullayev will really punish that ribcage. Gets him again. I've got to say, Qodir is reasonably tidy, but, you know, when you've got such an exposed ribcage like this through the elbows, it's a real problem for you, especially with a little chunky fighter like Abdullayev, who likes to get nice and close and bang away to the body. He's not done badly, actually, in this round of Qodir. There's not a great deal in it, but I think the quality of the punch so far from Abdullayev is swinging things his way. But he has got a very good pedigree, and of course aims to keep hold of this title for what it's worth. Well, it's just out of distance there now. So I've got to say, Qodir has been pretty busy in this round, and I think he thoroughly deserves a share, at least. I think the quality punches have come from the German-based Uzbekistani, but, well, not much in that round at all. In fact, if I had to find a winner, if my life depended on it, I'd probably go for this guy, Qodir. But I'm going to call that level. So we're looking at Juan Qodir from Argentina. and a 6-year professional, and this is only his second very minor title fight. He fought for an equally meaningless provincial title in Argentina in 2002, won that one on points over 10 rounds, and this is his second, only his second meaningless title fight in his career. Don't forget, this is fight number 22 for him, number 16 of course for Abdullayev, the favourite.
Second out.
And to go to round 2, and well, Abdullayev has found a way through for certain, but Qodir needs to keep busy to try and prevent him doing that. The left hook is Abdullayev's pet punch. As we can see here, Qodir likes to use the jab and the odd right cross, but of course you've got to step in behind the jab to land the right effectively. Because, you know, in theory, once you hit the opponent with the left hand, the target is actually moved back. And as a result, you've got to go looking for it. Although he's got a pretty useless right hand, the right foot comes off the floor when he delivers it, and that's not good enough. The right foot has got to be on the floor. The punch comes on the floor. Well, left hook to the body again from Abdullayev, and he sensed that weakness, or at least the gap anyway. Once again, the right foot almost, yes, in fact, off the floor there when he throws the right hand. Where do they get this guy from? It's a fundamental of boxing, by the way, that, you know, you're taught to keep your feet on the floor when you throw a punch. That's the best leverage you can possibly get. Qodir, though, looks like he's thrown away the training manual for this particular exercise.
No holding, no holding.
Got to say, I think Abdullayev is making fairly hard work of this. Not hard to see he was beaten by Clotti. And well beaten as well. Oh, that's a lovely body shot. Well, Qodir is beginning to soak these up now. He's going to feel that one as well. And they stay with you. And again, they really do stay with you, those body shots. Very hard to shake off. He looks in good shape, but, you know, one punch in the right place doesn't matter who you are. Well, busy round again here for Qodir. I'm going to give him this one. Oh, again, that body shot, but this time it's a right uppercut to the solar plexus. And then will come a time, I'm certain, when Qodir says, oh, that'll do. Abdullayev relying an awful lot on his power here. Doesn't look like a particularly powerful man. I remember fighting the former British lightweight champion George Feeney, and I thought at the weigh-in, oh, you got no chance. He just didn't look strong enough, but my goodness me, could he hit. So a bit of a flourish at the end of the round here from the German Uzbekistan fighter, but I think that round goes to Qodir because he was incredibly busy. Busy and with fast hands. So Juan Alberto Qodir to be exact. I don't actually know Abdullayev's second name.
Second out. Ringfrei Runde 3, Raum früh. Second out. Ringfrei bitte.
Here we go, round 3. So round a piece on my card. I might have actually swayed towards Qodir in the first round for the same reason as I did in the second. But I just thought the quality of the punches from Abdullayev was pretty good in the first round. Consequently gave a share. But Qodir has won the second without a doubt, although he's got a lousy right hand because he takes his right foot off the floor. He could hit you with the right hand all night. It probably wouldn't bother you too much. If he delivers it with the foot off the floor, that is. Now, the big question to ask here is if Abdullayev doesn't get out of this little rut he's in at the moment and stays like this, will Qodir get the nod in Germany? Very unlikely on the evidence that we've had of late. Inset there, the Fritz Tunek, the Abdullayev trainer, or at least one of them, not on a full-time basis. That's done by Artur Gregorian. Is he anxious? I've got to say, Uzbekistan sounds like a fascinating place. All of those Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kurdistan, you know, well, they all sound terrific, don't they? One of these days. What a better round. Oh, lovely right. Better round, I was about to say there. For Abdullayev, then lands a swiping right hand. Well, Qodir on the floor here. It's up to 6 already, and he's up at 7.5, 8 in fact, up at 9. It's all over. Well, well, well. Well, that's a fascinating finish there. Referee didn't like the wobble on the legs of Qodir there, and he's called it off. He did get up by the 8.5 count, but the referee wasn't happy with his condition, and he stopped it. So a win in 3 rounds for Muhammad Abdullayev, who retains a pretty meaningless championship, but he's done it. And it was one punch that did it, and you know, he's got that takeout power. That's his 12th win in 15 victories now inside the limit, and first time that Qodir has been stopped as a professional fighter. He's not much of a puncher. He only scored 3 knockout wins himself in 15 victories, but never been stopped in 5 defeats. But here he has. So 6 defeats now on the Qodir record, and just one of them inside the limit. As we watch this right hand again, crunch against the jaw, bang. Nothing wrong with that. Lights went out. Very fast punch. Measured that, didn't he? Well, no chance for the follow-up there. Didn't need it, did he? Didn't need it at all. So Qodir then comes an awful long way. First time in Europe for him, and he's been beaten in 3 rounds. So the challenger will go home deflated, I suspect. But the champion, well, what can you say? There's some very odd tattoos there on the Abdullayev back. I wonder what the significance of those is. No idea. I shall have to ask. Well, very sporting finish, and rightly so.
Toller Kampf von beiden Boxern. Ich überlasse beiden Boxern erstmal ihren Applaus.
I did suspect an inside distance finish for Abdullayev, but I had no confidence whatsoever in it until that right hand landed flush on the side of the jaw.
Winner by knockout in the 3rd round after 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Sieger durch K.O.